Step into the gardens of a large, quiet estate in England. It is a cool morning in the 1970s. The air smells like fresh rain and wet grass. You see a tall, quiet teenager walking among the trees. She has a gentle smile, but her eyes are watchful. She loves the quiet. She loves the simple things in life. She does not dream of a massive spotlight. She simply wants to be loved. This girl is Diana. Today, the world remembers her as a princess, an icon, and a global star. But in the beginning, she was a shy girl dealing with the quiet pain of a broken family. Her childhood was not made of gold and diamonds. She felt lonely and out of place. She spent her days taking care of children and enjoying simple hobbies. She did not know that her quiet life was about to change forever. When she was just 19, she met the royal family. A beautiful young woman walking into a world of ancient traditions. The public fell in love with her innocence and her warm smile. But behind the beautiful white dress and the golden carriage, a different reality was waiting. She was very young. The palace rules were strict and cold. She found herself alone in a giant golden cage. The press watched her every step. Her husband was older, and his heart was elsewhere. She felt isolated, struggling under the weight of expectations she never asked for. But inside that silence, Diana found a purpose. She realized that if she could not find love in her own home, she would give love to the people who needed it most. She began to visit hospitals. She touched the hands of people who were sick and rejected by society. She did not wear gloves. She showed real, human warmth. As the years passed, Diana did not stay in the shadows of the palace. She grew into her own power. She made bold choices that changed the royal world forever. She decided to show the world that royalty did not have to be cold or distant. Think about the moment she walked through a field of dangerous landmines in Angola. She was wearing a simple shirt and trousers, bringing the eyes of the whole world to a forgotten cause. She did not just send money. She walked the dangerous path herself. She had a unique gift. When she spoke to people, she looked directly into their eyes. She made them feel seen. She made them feel important. But the spotlight was a double-edged sword. The press was always there, clicking cameras and spreading rumors. She was followed everywhere she went. It was a constant battle between her desire to help the world and her need for a peaceful private life. The biggest challenge of her journey was her separation from the royal family. It was a very public, painful moment. The entire world watched as a marriage that seemed like a fairy tale broke apart in the open. She lost her title her security, and the safety of the palace walls. Many people thought this would be the end of her, but it was actually a moment of deep transformation. Free from the ancient rules of the palace, Diana found her own voice. She began to speak for the lonely, the sick, and the children of the world. She sold her famous dresses for charity. She became a mother who took her boys to normal places, to cinemas and theme parks, so they could understand what the real world looked like. She was no longer just the princess the world wanted her to be. She was the woman she decided to become. In her final years, she was a symbol of strength and independence. She used her fame to shine a light on the darkest corners of the world. But the shadows of her fame were always near. On a summer night in 1997, in a tunnel in Paris, the lights went out. The world woke up to a tragedy that shook the entire planet. The streets of London were covered in millions of flowers. People who had never met her felt like they had lost a member of their own family. It was a heavy, deep silence. But time has a way of showing what truly matters. Today, decades later, we do not remember the crowns she wore or the titles she left behind. We remember the warmth of her hands. We remember the way she looked at the vulnerable and made them feel human. What can we learn from Diana's journey? Her story teaches us that true impact is not about status or wealth. It is about how you treat the people around you. She showed us that even when you are broken, you can still reach out to heal others. We all have moments of pain and moments of feeling lost in the expectations of the world. But she reminds us that our greatest strength comes from an open, honest heart. Take a moment as this story ends to think about your own path. How can you bring a little more kindness to the people you meet today? How can you stay true to your feelings in a world that is always loud? Thank you for spending this time here. Every story we explore helps us understand our own human experience a little better. Keep growing. Keep being kind to yourself. And I will see you in the next story. Goodbye for now.